Welcome to episode number
9.
You knew what I was gonna ask?
9.
Episode number 9 of the Unedited Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host Emmanuel,
and I'm your co-host Daniel.
I'm not gonna lie to you today, man. I'm not feeling too well. You know, my stomach hurt a little bit.
Oh man,
the BGs, you know, but it's a reason for it, you know, because I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I got a bad case of the runs. I got the runs.
Got the runs?
I got the runs, man.
Oh man, that's no good.
Obviously, a play on words. As you guys know, our series that we've been doing is concluding today. And our last position is the running back position. But touch on the title for me real quick.
Great. It's great.
I got the runs. You like that one?
How much weeks has it been in a row? It's probably been like 4 or 5 weeks since
Something like that. We on a roll?
We're on a roll.
We on a roll. So, similar to last week where we broke down the 30 through 1 wide receivers, we're going to do the same thing with running backs. Again, it's my list. The right list, as usual.
Controversial.
Is it? Is it really?
Controversial.
We'll let the people decide on that. But like I said, I'm going to go through my list. And of course, the great Daniel, Polo Boy Daniel, will say what he agrees with, disagrees with. He should agree with a lot of it because, like I said, it's my list and they're normally right. So we're going to do it. Same as last week. Start off with 30 through 16. I'm going to try to run through those, you know, a little bit faster if we can. And then really, really get into the top 15. And I don't want spoiler. There are some things that the majority of the fantasy world might not agree with. And I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with that.
I'm okay with it. So, guys, we're going to jump right into it. And my number 30 running back is from the Arizona Cardinals. No, it's not James Conner. It is Chase Edmonds. Talk to me.
Not even on my list.
What?
It's sad to say it's not even on my list. He's not. I mean, I get why you put him there, but...
Because he belongs.
I mean, if James Conner does not sign there, I'm in agreement. No, I get it.
James Conner signing there doesn't
I get it, but I'm not... Maybe I should say I'm not sold on Chase Edmonds.
All right, let me ask
this. 30 back.
Would you swap him for James Conner?
Oh, of course. Wait, as in?
Number 30.
James Conner? No way. No way.
Say it one more time.
No way.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
No way.
So no James Conner.
No James Conner.
So you just have no Arizona Cardinal running back.
Nope.
In the top 30 running back.
No, I don't.
A little bit disrespectful. I agree with the James Conner take, but Chase Edmonds definitely belongs on there, man. You let Kenyon Drake walk. I don't like the James Conner signing.
I don't either.
You know, I don't like it. Is it enough to be annoying to affect Chase Edmonds? It might be, but
I feel like Chase Edmonds showed last year that he can be a viable running back.
Especially when they play the Giants. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. This guy kills the Giants, man.
He did?
He kills the Giants. He does. He does. I'm not going to put him down there on that list of Giant killers, but...
And isn't he like a dual back, right? I think, right? He catches out. He can do it all?
Yes,
okay.
That's all right. Okay. I get you have to have multiple running backs on the team, so James Conner going there makes sense, but... Again, can it be annoying enough to... We have him at number 30, so you know what I mean? So it's not really like we're telling you to go out and pounce on Chase Edmonds. He's number 30 for a reason, but he is the main back in Arizona. Hopefully. I thought that needs some love.
Because that's what we think, that he's the main back. Hopefully everybody agrees.
I mean, James Conner's injury history and says that Chase Edmonds should be the number 1 running back in Arizona. So hopefully it's not just us saying it. So Cliff Kingsbury do the right thing. And on to number 29. Damian Harris of the New England Patriots.
Not even on my list again.
What?
I mean, I get it.
If you get it, you gotta put in the paper,
why. But 29.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes. There's no Rex Burkhead anymore. Might as well be no Sony Michel anymore.
He's not even pretty whack.
No?
He's not even pretty whack.
Talk to me.
He's whack.
He's whack?
He's whack.
He's whack?
Whack.
I want you to say things with your chest this episode.
Whack.
Okay. Got you. So Damian Harris belongs, no?
All right.
Let me ask this. Let me put it this way. If Cam starts all Let's call it 17 games.
Okay.
If he starts all 17 games, no injuries, doesn't get replaced. Who has more rushing yards? Damian Harris or Cam Newton?
Definitely Cam Newton.
Definitely?
And then the sad thing is that Cam's gonna vulture Damian Harris in the red zone. So with those quarterback runs.
Oh, I didn't do it with Chase Edmonds, but that's fine. But Damian Harris in 10 games played last year, 137 carries, 691 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Those are great numbers in 10 games, but I feel like Cam Newton's just gonna vulture him in the red zone, which scares me.
That's fine, but extrapolate that over 16 games. Did he get 1,000 yards rushing?
Yeah, he would.
Does he get 1,000 yards rushing in 2021?
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that not top 30? Is it not top 30?
You're right. Maybe
that's all I'm trying to do.
Maybe should have been on my list.
Just trying to,
should have been on my list.
Reel you in. Just got to make it all make sense. And now up to number 28. Raheem Mostert of the San Francisco 49ers in probably the most crowded backfield in NFL history.
Still, you think? Because one of the running backs got hurt.
I get, but you still have Wayne Gallman and Trey Sermon.
Sermon. Everybody's high on Trey Sermon.
Mm-hmm. So talk to me.
I like Raheem Mostert exactly where he's at. 28 last year, banged up with injuries, high ankle sprains.
Let me. 8 games played, 104 attempts, 521 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. For 28, yeah, I can definitely see him getting over 1,000 yards again, though.
He has to stay healthy. That's my main thing with him. He's talented, man.
Yeah.
I'm willing to say a top 15 talent.
Yes.
Has to stay healthy, though. Those 8 games played are alarming. They are, to say the least. And like I said, you bring on Trey Sermon, Jeff Wilson Jr. would have been the main guy there. And then you add Wayne Gallman. So that is a little scary, but not enough for me to keep Raheem Mostert up the list at number 28. But he is number 28. So pick him at your own risk, And on to number 27. We have a starter here.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
This is Mike Davis. I know the visual has him in the Panther uniform, but he is the starting running back for the Atlanta Falcons.
Let me say it one more time. I'm excited because we're finally here with one. That's exactly where I have Mike Davis.
At 27?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, I appreciate that.
15 plays. 15 games played. 165 attempts for 642 yards and 6 touchdowns. When Christian McCaffrey went out, he looked pretty good.
He was better than serviceable. He was a weekly starter.
Yes, he was.
He was a weekly starter.
He was.
You can put him in your lineup. Matchup proof. Don't worry about it. Mike Davis, and more often than not, he produced.
And then now in Atlanta, when I don't think he's the lone back there, but he's definitely the number one. Is he? I'm not sure because I know that they got rid of
Patterson.
Oh yeah, that's what. No. Lone back. He's the lone back.
You want to take that back?
He's the lone back there.
Okay.
My apologies, Mike Davis, if you're listening, watching, listening. Hopefully
you are, Mike Davis. Your boy's got you on the top 30. That's some respect.
It is.
That's some respect for a guy that was a relative, castaway before last year. So to be in the top 30 of running backs is a big deal.
Yes.
It's a big deal. Some guys might feel slighted at their position. I think he's glad to be on the list.
He should.
Might be low for some people, but hey, he's number 27. And now we're on to number 26. From the Super Bowl champions, Ronald Jones.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. For exactly where he's at, I agree. And it's sad to say because I guess Bruce Arians goes with this hot hand theory. It's like one game it's Ronald Jones, one game it's Leonard Fournette, and this was prior, before Tom Brady was there. This was before Leonard Fournette was there. It was Ronald Jones and Peyton Barber. You don't know who's the starter. One game is Peyton Barber, one game is Ronald Jones. I don't think I can trust anybody in their backfield. Really? I don't think so. I mean, especially to start fantasy wise, it's like because one time, let's say like, hey, I got Ronald Jones as my running back too, and nope, it's Leonard Fournette time.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I got you. But in 14 games played, 192 attempps, 978 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Those are great numbers. And I remember
played every game.
I was playing against him last year, and I think he had 130 something yards, and then he had a 94-yard touchdown. Almost lost me the game.
You did win the game?
I did win.
We need proof of that.
I did win.
We need proof of that. Everybody's gonna say they won games. We need proof of that.
I'll make sure. Remind me. I'll make sure next week stats are up. Stats are up.
That you show that you won that game. All right. Yes. I'm just saying. The Ronald Jones manager's gonna be like, nah, I beat you that week, so you gotta.
But
show
we
your
both
proof.
know who the Ronald Jones manager was last year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're right. So
all right.
More than likely you won that game.
Thank you.
More than likely you won that game. But Ronald Jones, and he is the only Tampa Bay Buccaneer I have on the list.
Surprising because I have both. I have Fournette and Ronald Jones is there. But besides that, only reason why I liked Leonard Fournette was because in the playoffs they call him quote unquote playoff Lenny,
and that's what
which he was putting up great numbers. But hopefully that rolls over into next season, into the regular season. You don't think so?
Keep him on ice until the playoffs.
Okay,
it's gonna be in the playoffs.
Okay,
let Ronald Jones eat. Let him rock out. Fournette will be there for you in December, January. It's Ronald Jones time. Let Ronald Jones eat.
I'm in agreement.
Now we're on to number 25.
No way.
From the Cleveland Browns, Mr. Kareem Hunt.
No way.
Last year, 16 games played, 198 attempts, 841 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Those numbers could be a little bit inflated because Chubb was out, but at the same time.
No, but it wasn't. It wasn't even really inflated because those games that he missed, he wasn't even put. I don't even think he broke 100 yards when Nick Chubb was out.
It compiled some great numbers,
I feel like
no better as the Nick Chubb manager last
year. I actually have Kareem Hunt a little higher than 25.
Really?
I think, but it's not far off. It's not like 15 or 16. It's definitely not that high. I think I have him around 22, so it's not that off. But
my number 22 guy's gonna have something to say about that. But we'll talk about that when we get there.
Hopefully, I don't think he's ever gonna get a starting job opportunity. I think he's gonna be more of a backup.
Is he somebody that you would? All right, let's put it this way. We know he's not going to be your top running back. Is he somebody that you would feel confident starting week 1 in your lineup?
Yeah, because yes,
we play a super flex.
The only reason why, because you seen it last year, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, like they worked well with each other, and the coach Stefanski, he loves to run the ball. He likes play action with Baker Mayfield.
But it's going to be a big Baker Mayfield, throwing the rock.
So. No way. Impossible.
It's gonna be not impossible. It's gonna happen.
Impossible.
It's gonna happen. And then Kareem Hunt, number 25 on the list. Now on to number 24. From the Miami Dolphins, Mr. Myles Gaskin. In 10 games played last year, 142 attempts, 584 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Talk to me.
I like it.
You like it?
For exactly where he's at, I like it. I had him around the same.
Around there?
Yeah. I know they had it was like many different running backs they had.
Yeah.
They had, and he looked like he's gonna be the running back for the foreseeable future to help Tua, help Devontae Parker.
Hopefully he's not the running back for the foreseeable future, but at least 2021.
I get it. At least 2021.
At least 2021 he is, yeah.
I like it.
You do not want this guy to be the running back of your future.
But is he a running back too? I mean, I guess we both agree that he's not somebody that you stash in the bench. Or do you think that he would be a running back too?
Do you start him week 1 in your lineup?
No. I can't do it. I can't.
You can't? You can't? If you can, it's fine. I'm not trying to change your opinion on it.
I mean, maybe it depends on how my draft goes, and then if I have him, I'm like maybe
he's a guy you start as maybe the 3rd running back, something like that. Because in our league, we can do.
You're right.
Running back. We can do the flex, and then the super flex, we can also use a running back. So I would have no problem doing that. As a 2nd running back, maybe I would do it. A little bit more hesitation, but I think I would put in my lineup week 1 and not really better than I guess.
And also that division's terrible. So
yeah, there we go. Who's the best running back in the division on the spot?
I can't do it.
Who's the best running back on the spot?
I think it's him.
On the spot in the division.
I think it's him.
By far, the worst running back division in all of football.
Him or Damian Harris. Well, then again, Myles Gaskin's higher than Damian Harris on your list. So I guess that answers the question.
Yeah. Because the Jets? Nah. Buffalo?
Definitely nah.
Wow. This division is not the
running back. Why is this terrible?
Yeah. So Myles Gaskin, number 24. Now on to number 23. Yeah, this is from the Las Vegas Raiders, Mr. Josh Jacobs.
It's a head scratcher.
What?
It's a head scratcher.
Why'd you say that?
I think it's too low.
What?
I know you're gonna get major hate for that. And I was a Josh Jacobs owner, and
manager.
No.
Josh Jacobs manager.
Yes, I was. Yeah. Sorry. That came out wrong.
Yeah.
Manager.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Manager.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at those numbers. I'm like, and there was many weeks I'm pounding the table. Man, this guy, he got to do better. I look at the numbers. It's like not that bad. But you see those yards per carry, 3.9. That's terrible.
Then 3 carries is gonna net you a first down.
3.9 yards per carry.
Yes, that's 4 yards a carry. 3 carries get you a first. That's 12 yards.
That's the lowest. Wait, that's the lowest yards per carry that we've seen.
It probably is. I haven't really paid attention to that.
It is.
Let me read it. Did I read off the numbers?
I don't think
I did. So in 15 games played last year, 273 attempts, 1,065 yards, and 12 touchdowns.
But I get why he's so low. Maybe it's not his fault.
The Kenyon Drake.
It's Kenyon Drake.
Who I don't have on the list, by the way.
And it's also John Gruden trying to and Mike Mayock being GM. They're trading away Rodney Hudson. They're trading away Gabe Jackson for what? And then they draft. I think it's a
Alex
guard at 17. So when they said
I
he
think
could
it's a tackle, right, from Alabama.
Whatever he is in round 1.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when they said that they had a second round grade on him, third round grade for what?
Mike Mayock doesn't subscribe to that. Remember, he's a former draft guru himself, so he wants to beat of his own drum, you know. So.
Everybody cannot call themselves gurus.
Now, Mike Mayock was actually pretty good on NFL Network, though. Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah.
My apologies.
But his drafts so far haven't been great.
Head scratching. Cleveland Farrell.
Yeah. So number 23, Josh Jacobs. First surprise?
Surprising.
Talk to me. He's top 15 in yours?
Yeah.
He's top 15?
Yeah. As much as they had many head scratchers last year, being a manager, I still have him top 15.
Nah, this is where he belongs. And now on to number 22. Number 22. One more time. Right there. We'll talk about him. Nojo's going to pull him up on the other side of the glass. It's Melvin Gordon from the Denver Broncos. Talk to me.
Oh,
I know a lot of people are worried about Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
That's his name, the rookie coming in.
No. I'm not. If I'm anybody, I'm not worried. I like Melvin Gordon. I like him on the Broncos. Mm-hmm. And he had a pretty good year last year. I mean, of course, we don't have the stats right now, but that's fine. It's no 2,000 yards, 1,500 yards. It's not.
Yeah, it's nothing to we have to read off.
No, we don't.
But I see a Melvin Gordon resurgence, man.
Yeah,
not to the point where he was a.
But it's pretty surprising though.
Pick, huh?
You think it's pretty surprising his resurgence, or you just think that you expected that from?
What is Javonte?
I don't know.
I've never seen him play. I'm not going to lie to you. So it could be a part of,
maybe
me not seeing him in actual college. I know what everybody's saying about him. I hear it. I read it. So I know what everybody say that Javonte Williams is. But until he goes out and displays, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I think it's Melvin Gordon's job to lose. And until he loses a job, I think he has a nice little stranglehold on it until he doesn't. That's our favorite thing. He is until he's not, right?
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time when it comes to players before they get traded, anything like that. So Melvin Gordon is number 22, and now we are on to number 21. Let's see if Mr. Nojo has that one up. Now we're back. See? We have the best production crew, man. Nojo, who I didn't shout out earlier, and Rob Jones in his absence. But back to the show. DeAndre Swift from the Detroit Lions.
I like it.
Last year, wow, what? 113 games played? All right, I think that's one too many, obviously. So I'm going to call it 13 games played, 114 attempts, 521 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
At 21, I like DeAndre Swift. I was a DeAndre Swift manager.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get that right. Manager last year. Sometimes it was a little bit it was like gut punches, but I like where he's at. I don't like the signing that they have, Jamal Williams, and then they're having conversations about Todd Gurley.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I don't like
Todd Gurley Chargers. Talk to him.
Okay.
The reason why I'm not Jamal Williams was somewhere else where he shared and Aaron Jones still ate. So can DeAndre Swift still do the same? I get different
hope
team,
so.
different system, different structure, all that. But is Jamal Williams good enough to remove a guy from the field to where he's not fantasy relevant?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure he's that great. So,
and he's a dual threat running back.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's with Matthew Stafford. Now that they have Jared Goff, and they don't have a lot of weapons. They have who's the weapons? Tyrell Williams over there.
But when has Jared Goff have had a whack running game? Unless you're gonna give all that credit to McVay. Remember, he had Gurley.
You're right.
Last year, Cam Akers. So
I just hope DeAndre Swift has a good year.
Well, that's the hope everybody in the Super Cup.
But
him particularly, he has a special place in your heart.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, he does.
He does. That's your guy. I guess DeAndre Swift is your Rondell Moore.
If you want to call it that, yes.
He's your Rondell Moore. I got you. And now on to number 20. This is where it gets fun. That's our guy. That's our guy. I'm true to my word. The number 20 guy on my list is from the AFC champions, the team that got blown out in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mr. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A guy that we dedicated a full segment of an episode to. I can't remember if it was episode 2, 3, maybe one of those earlier episodes. You can go back and check it out. You'll know what I'm talking about. There's a special segment called Why Clyde Should Slide. And I did have about 17, 18 guys ahead of him, but now I actually found maybe 2 more guys that could go ahead of him. This guy's number 20 on my list, and I'm still feeling this is too high. But last year, let me just
go ahead.
House cleaning. In 13 games played last year, 181 attempts, 803 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
The sad thing is, I'm in agreement.
What? My bad.
I'm in agreement with you, man.
No, you can't be.
I was doing my list. I was doing my list, and I'm like, and there's no way I could have sat there and be like, yeah, I can comfortably put him in the top 15.
But Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not top 15 in your list?
No, he's not. He's not. It's sad to say. It's a sad day between me and Clyde. It's.
I'm very happy.
It's top
and
15.
I think the audience is happy that you came around.
It's top 15's over. The whole
Do you
reign
remember exactly where you have him? Talk to me. I need to hear this. Talk to me,
I actually think I have him at 20.
At number 20?
I think I have him at 20.
There we go. You're learning, man. You're learning. I appreciate that.
Whoa. This might be, I think I have him at like 22, 23.
22, 23? Yeah. Like I said, I feel 20 might be a little bit high for him, but
let me say this, Clyde, prove me wrong.
I don't think
prove me wrong. Come out here.
I don't think you can.
1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Come out here.
1,100 total yards, maybe.
All right.
1,100 rushing yards. No. He's not doing that.
Please prove us wrong, Clyde. Please.
He's not capable of it, man.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. This is top 20 is no disrespect.
It's not.
It's no disrespect. Is he for a man that was drafted as a number 5, 6 running back last year?
Head scratchers. Scratchers.
So this is where he belongs. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire at number 20, and it brings a smile on my face to see that my partner in the podcast agrees with me, and actually, as he said, has him lower than I have him. Feels good.
It's a sad day.
Do one of these. Can I gloat a little bit?
Go ahead, man.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
That's all I need. And now we're on to we already talked about Clyde for too long. So on to number 19. From the Baltimore Ravens, Mr. J.K. Dobbins. Last year, 15 games played, 134 attempts, 805 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Talk to me.
I'm in agreement, man. I actually kind of think maybe it's not too low. I think I have him around like 17, 18. So it's not nothing off, but I can see the potential in J.K. Dobbins. It's last year he just came out but they did just re-sign Gus Edwards, and they're talking about Gus Edwards really the number 2. It's like a hot hand theory. I don't like all that. I don't like all that talk. Let's stop all that talk.
Number 2, that means he's going to be number 3 because we know
Lamar Jackson's really the number 1 running back out there. As much as I love Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins should just be the first run. I don't think he should get off the field. In my opinion, as much as you sign Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins is too talented.
Gus Edwards, crack in case of emergency only. That's what he is.
Yes, but J.K. Dobbins has to stay on the field.
What can he not do that they're afraid of? Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know. Or maybe they're just gonna run the ball so much,
60
times, just run the ball so much that you need both of those guys. That both of them going to be fantasy relevant.
Yeah, but I hope the Ravens don't think that they're going to win a game 14-10 or something like that.
They just might. Why not?
I don't think so.
Why not?
If that's the case, offensive coordinator got to go. I'm sorry.
Firing
I'm calling
people?
for your job. I'm calling for your
firing
job.
people before they even play a game?
Last year, he made some head scratching moves.
Firing people before they play a game. Wow, that's a little bit bold. But anyway, J.K. Dobbins, number 19, and now on to number 18. From the Philadelphia Eagles, Mr. Miles Sanders. Last year, 12 games played, 164 attempts, 867 yards, 6 touchdowns. Talk to me.
Yeah. At 18?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Some people had him high last year. You know, people taking him second round, third round, which is pretty high, and he didn't really produce. Like, he didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah.
As much as I know, I'm going to say this now. I got slandered when I traded for Miles Sanders. So when he was a rookie, everybody thought that was a bad move. And
do you remember the trade?
I do. I think it was Miles Sanders. It was for Miles Sanders for Derek Carr.
You gave up Derek Carr?
I gave up Derek Carr for Miles Sanders. And this was Miles Sanders. This was probably the 5th game. So he wasn't really like a lead back. They still had Jordan Howard there. And I was getting slandered. I was. Yeah. But Miles Sanders proved all of them wrong. All the haters wrong.
Got you. So now,
that's all I had to say.
Miles Sanders is this going to be? The rookie year Miles Sanders?
No, it's not. It's not. It's gonna be 2020 Miles Sanders. Pretty depressing.
Pretty depressing?
Pretty depressing.
He's not top 20?
No, yeah. I have him top 20, but look at those numbers for where you pick him. I mean,
it's 12 games played though.
Okay, so maybe he's not going to be in the 2nd round, 3rd round, maybe 4th round. But then I think
he's going to still be
second round. I think he's going to be 3rd round. Yeah, but Jalen Hurts isn't that guy. Like, if I had Carson Wentz up front, I would still be a little bit, all right, I'm here. But Jalen Hurts.
If there's nothing else, you've made it known you do not like Big Ben and you do not like Jalen Hurts. Those are two things.
I
made it known.
I'm not sold.
You've made it known, so at least you're consistent with that. You Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you wavered a little bit, but
shaky.
those two you're strict on. So
I was a little shaky.
But Miles Sanders at number 18, perfect spot for me. And now we're on to number 17. From the Cincinnati Bengals, Mr. Joe Mixon. Last year, only 6 games played, 119 attempts, 428 yards, 3 touchdowns. Adding Jamar Chase hopefully opens things up a little bit more for him. You know me. And I stated it, I think, when we did the wide receiver rankings. I wish they would have took the left tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he doesn't help fantasy-wise.
But you help open up holes.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? You help create space for the running back.
I had Joe Mixon a little higher.
Higher than that?
A little higher.
I was contemplating should I have him this high, to be honest with you, man. No, I really was. But I know we joke around like I really was.
But he does have 6 games played, and the one game he killed me. He killed me. I think he had
1 game he killed you.
All of his touchdowns came in 1 game. If I remember correctly, he had 130 something yards, rushing yards, and he had 3 touchdowns.
Do you remember what week that was?
Maybe it was week 3 or 4. It was one of those weeks. Killed me.
Got you. I'll check on that. And I'll let you know if you're right or wrong. But like I said, I guess fantasy wise, having Jamar Chase helps open things up for him. But I just mean from in the trenches. I wish that they would have Penei Sewell. It would have more directly affected Joe Mixon in a positive way. But number 17, I know there's some Joe Mixon lovers. What's the word you stands? Some Joe Mixon stands, and there's some Joe Mixon haters. So you either love Joe Mixon or you don't. There's like no in between.
There's no in between.
There's no in between. But number 17, I guess that kind of puts me in between. I might be the lone guy there. I like to see some standing in the middle. Number 17 feels right.
It does.
It feels right?
Yeah.
You remember where you have him?
I think I had him 14. I mean, that's still pretty high. But
once we're in like
a range, you want to be in a range.
3 to 4 from each other. You know, even though I think you have him too, I'm not going to kill you for that. 14 is not bad. So, and now we're on to number 16. From the Jacksonville Jaguars, Mr. James Robinson, who last year in 14 games played, had 240 attempts, 1,070 yards, and 7 touchdowns. And this is me not believing that Travis Etienne is just gonna be playing wide out. That's what this is.
Okay.
That's what this is. Like, nah.
I had him. I think I had him top 20. I definitely had him top 20. Yeah. Also, I'm not very scared. Like, everybody's James Robinson. We really don't know Travis Etienne. It's like I don't know what it was. Urban Meyer fell in love with Tony.
Kadarius Toney.
And that's who he wanted. And then I feel like he just made a rash decision.
Yeah, now trying to turn Etienne.
And then he's trying to turn him into a slot receiver.
It doesn't make sense to do that when you already have Laviska Shenault. So Travis Etienne is not gonna duplicate what Laviska Shenault is doing. I think he's actually gonna play a lot in the backfield, which is the reason why James Robinson should be higher. He should be, but it's based on the fact that Travis Etienne, I believe, will get in on some of his touches. He is. Yeah. There's no way this man is going to go out there and be a slot wide receiver.
And then the one thing I didn't really like, it felt like they was playing Ring Around the Rosie last year with these running backs that they had.
Think so? No.
With Jacksonville, because they had...
maybe at the beginning, before the season started. When the season started, it was strictly James Robinson.
No. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it was before week one. Yeah. It's like there's many different names that they was throwing out, working out running backs.
Was it Chris Thompson? You wanted the name throwing out? Like, Chris Thompson is the guy that you want on your team. Like,
and then it was like, boom. And then one day it's like James Robinson. And you know what I mean?
Yep. Before you know it, he was scooped up in our league.
And he was a top 10. He was definitely a top 10 running back, I think.
Yeah, like 8 or something like that.
Yeah, those are great numbers for somebody that you picked up off of waivers.
Yep. And now this guy definitely should be mid-second, early third round pick.
He should
be.
He should. Especially so with the addition of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tim Tebow as a tight end. I don't know. Like, that doesn't really...
Then you added Marvin Jones to help out with the receiving core. Like, Shark, what is Shark? No, he wasn't even on the top.
DJ Shark.
Hey, we gotta go. Careful.
Just DJ Shark.
All right, careful with that. Yeah, we can't use any rhythms, anything on here.
DJ Shark.
Mm-hmm. But what is it? He wasn't even on the top 30 wide receiver list.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, and rightfully so. But again, at number 16, Mr. James Robinson, and now
we get into the good stuff. Let me sit up.
Woo. In the top 15 running backs. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
I'm ready. I don't even know why I had my hands folded. I'm ready.
I think I'm coming out swinging. At number 15, I have Chris Carson of your Seattle Seahawks. Last year in 12 games played, 141 attempts. 141 catches, wow. 141 rushing attempts, 681 yards, 5 touchdowns.
I had him tick a little higher. But yeah, at 15, 12, so wherever I had him,
like I said,
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement.
Range, I'm not gonna kill you for that.
Because he definitely goes round 2, round 3, no matter what. So I like it.
They didn't use him enough for me, man.
Yeah, the only thing that scared me was I don't know if he broke his hip last year or it was the year prior. He had a broken hip.
Well, it says he played 12 games. I can't remember the injury.
I'm not sure, but I know somebody that he broke his hip. And then he has these little nagging injuries that keep him out of games.
Yes, he does.
So that's what it's like. But for where he is, 15, I agree. But Seattle definitely has to use him a little more because
they started to use him more actually in the passing game a little bit.
Yeah, but they got to start running the ball.
I remember, I think in that the Atlanta game. I
think hopefully with the addition of Gabe Jackson, helps create holes for Chris Carson.
In the way that I wish that Cincinnati would have drafted a lineman. You're right. So Gabe Jackson.
Come on, Gabe Jackson. Come on.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
That name you just dropped, Gabe Jackson. I know you dropped it earlier, but it's just sitting there. So.
And we should have got Rodney Hudson. Sorry, that's just me being.
This is like your 4th or 5th time saying that.
A Seattle guy should have been a package deal. Should have been a package deal.
And now Chris Carson is number 15, and now we're on to number 14. We have the one and only rookie that I have on this list from the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mr. Najee Harris. I mean, I'll read off the stats. They were his college stats, obviously. Last year in Alabama with 13 games played, 251 attempts, 1,466 yards, and 26 touchdowns. These video game stats, man.
If you could give me 26 touchdowns, I'm taking them one. I'm taking them one. But, I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know what he's going to these numbers are incredible.
I got you.
But I don't know where, I actually like him being on the Steelers. I don't have him top 30, but maybe that could boost it up, that he could be a top 10 not wide receiver, running back.
Is there Le'Veon Bell?
Okay.
James Conner wasn't it?
If that's the case,
Benny Snell.
Somebody's gonna take him round 1.
Benny Snell goes without saying. He is their Le'Veon Bell.
Okay. All right.
And the only reason why he's not higher is because we feel it, but we don't know it. You know what I mean? We feel what he can be, but we just don't know it yet.
Yes, and I'm in agreement.
A lot of people probably going to be late to the party. A lot of people like to see you prove it first. Some people dive head and
I'm one of those.
Like they did with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and we're wrong. So
okay,
does Clyde Edwards-Helaire mess it up for rookies now?
Maybe,
possibly, right? So
maybe.
Let's just keep it what it is, and let's keep it real. Let's tell it how it is. Edwards-Helaire might mess it up for this guy in terms of just trusting rookies out the gate.
I don't think so though, because everybody's high on that. These are one of the rookies that they're really high on.
But how high are we talking about though? That's
first round, second round. People's gonna take him. Yes.
So some people
I don't
have
see him sliding.
Top 10 running back.
Maybe.
Okay, because that's what we're talking about when we're talking about first round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Like I said, I have him at number 14. I feel comfortable with him here. Like I said, he could shoot up the board, but the Pittsburgh fit is perfect. I like it. You hate Big Ben. I don't feel any way towards Big Ben. I just got to throw that in. That didn't really matter if you hating Big Ben just now. I just wanted to throw it out so the audience could hear it again. Yeah. Dislike for Big Ben. Again, I said it. How much you hate Big Ben, the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2-time Super Bowl champ. Who you don't like. But anyway, I digress. On to number 13. This guy, Mount Rushmore. For those who don't know, David Montgomery of the Chicago Bears. Last year, in 15 games played, 247 attempts, 1,070 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And he had all of these numbers seemingly after I traded this man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. This guy is so frustrating to own.
Around week 10, and he started.
You take this one.
This guy, he came on strong at the end of the year.
Of course, because I traded him. That's the reason why.
Maybe.
Because I traded him.
But
I traded.
Hopefully, Andy Dalton. Maybe he starts. I would think he starts, but I need.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, but I need Justin Fields to start. Probably to see David Montgomery full potential, I might need Justin Fields to start.
You think so?
Yes. Because he gives them a different dynamic.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because if he was putting up these numbers at the second half of the year with Mitchell Trubisky, I can and actually I do have him at 13. So we're in agreement.
Exactly number 13?
Yeah, I have him.
You got this one right.
I have him around there.
You had a lot wrong, but you got this one right. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm going to be unbiased. I'm mad, but
You should be mad.
Again, this guy put up all these numbers after I traded him. I apologize, David Montgomery. You're a top 15 running back. This is my way to make up for it. I probably shouldn't have traded you, but I'm making up for it right now. You're a top 15 running back. He's not number 13 to be.
But then
exact.
just say it, man, that he proved you wrong. Like, you probably didn't think he was gonna put up all those numbers.
I wouldn't have traded him if I thought that. So he did prove me wrong. Will he get a chance to prove me wrong again this year? Probably not. But now we're on to number 12. Jonathan Taylor of the Indianapolis Colts. Talk to me.
Yeah, actually, I think I had him at number 9.
At number 9?
Yeah.
I'll show you why you're wrong when we get into my top 10.
Okay.
I'll show you why you're wrong. And last year, 15 games played, 232 attempts, 1,169 yards, and 11 touchdowns.
Those numbers are top 10 numbers, I think.
I get it, but remember, and I don't know how you feel about it. What happened in week 1? They lost
to Jacksonville.
Not only that, they lost Marlon Mack, no?
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So maybe, but I mean, Mack off an Achilles. Jonathan Taylor's the clear-cut number 1.
I'm not denying, but they also still have Nyheim Hines.
But I feel like he's more of a pass catcher. I don't think he's more of a...
That's a way to take him off the field, though.
Listen, if I'm the Colts, let me tell you here one thing. Let me tell y'all one thing, Colts. Get rid of Nyheim Hines. Get rid
of him?
Get rid of Marlon Mack. Thank you, Marlon Mack, for what you did for this organization. But Jonathan Taylor is our future. That's it. He's our present. He's our present. He's our future.
You gotta have two backs. You gotta have two.
You know what? I was gonna say pick up Todd Gurley, but no, don't don't do that.
Todd Gurley Chargers, man. We said
don't do that. Pick
Todd
up
Gurley Chargers.
He's a running back one.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
But we will see what the Marlon Mack effect is. Is it enough to, scare people off? Probably not. As you see, I got him again.
You have him high for somebody that you're scared.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know.
Again, I'm not here saying that Marlon Mack.
No,
I'm just saying Marlon Mack is coming back. Does that mean it? Does that mean something? I'm throwing it out.
In my opinion, no.
Fair enough. You know what I mean? So, Jonathan Taylor at number 12 and on to number 11. Mr. Austin Eckler of the Los Angeles Chargers, who last year in 10 games played, 116 attempts, 530 yards, and 1 touchdown. But we know the reason why he's on the list because he can catch the ball just as well as any other running back in football. And they're going to lead a running game up to Ty Gurley whenever he signs there, hopefully in the near future. That's the third time I'm saying it this show. Chargers, do the right thing. Get Ty Gurley.
I had him around 13, 14. Mm-hmm. But it says he played 10 games. Did it really? Did he really play 10 games?
It didn't feel like he played 10 games.
Because it felt like week 2 he's out with an injury, and then it felt like he came back week 14. But I didn't. But I don't even think he had one great game that I could say, oh man, he had a pretty good game, last year to make
He's a volume play, man. I don't know what the rushing attempts are going to be per game, but he's going to get you 5, 6, 7 catches a game.
But with everybody's new toy, Justin Herbert, I get why he's at 11. Justin Herbert's going to find him.
He's going to find him. Yeah. Again, when Ty Gurley goes there, does this drop him? Does it drop him? Probably not. But Austin Eckler at number 11. Again, maybe too low for certain people, but once we get into this top 10, you'll see why I do not have him there. And we're on to the top 10. Number 10. From the Los Angeles Rams, Mr. Cam Akers. Last year, in 13 games played, 145 attempts, 625 yards, and 2 touchdowns, which all those numbers feel like they came against me in that New England game on, I believe it was a Thursday night.
Yeah, was that a playoff game?
Huh?
So was that a playoff game?
It was the playoffs.
The playoffs.
The fantasy playoffs.
Fantasy playoffs.
Yeah. The game that they played a Thursday night game against the New England Patriots.
Yeah, 100 and some yards.
Hello.
Defensive
Jared Goff
guru.
is the quarterback. Stop the run.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
top 10.
I don't think. I
don't have him top 10?
No, I don't think I did.
Wow.
But I can see top 10 potential in him.
Okay. So.
And with Stafford being there, Sean McVay, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee. I don't even know why I called out all those names.
Deshaun Jackson.
So I'm sorry. Deshaun Jackson. With all them being there, yeah, he has potential to be top 10.
Yep.
And in 2021.
What's his name? What's the guy that went to Miami? Malcolm Brown. Went to Miami. So it's just him and Darrell Henderson.
Yeah, there's no really competition there. Hopefully.
No competition now. You don't got to say there's no competition there. It's Cam Akers and Cam Akers. That's what it is.
It's Cam Akers and Cam Akers there.
So he's the number 10 guy, and now we're on to number 9. From the Washington football team, Mr. Antonio Gibson. Last year in 14 games played, 170 attempts, 795 yards, and 11 touchdowns, which it feels like all his stuff came in at Thanksgiving. And that was his breakout.
I was just about to say that.
Breakout game.
I was just about to say that.
Everybody's home watching, before they took that nap after that second, third plate. You got to watch this man put on a show.
Yeah, I think I had him top 15. I'm not sure. I think 9's a little bit high. Wow. But the one thing that does scare me is that there was a report out there saying that his turf toe that he had early last year is still bothering him. I don't know. That kind of scares me as a running back. It scares me.
I got you.
I don't see top 10, but I do like Antonio Gibson where he is. I like him on Washington.
On Washington, yeah.
Yes.
Relatively unchallenged.
Yeah,
He's
that's
the other
one
running back.
thing.
Who's the one that catches a lot of passes?
Is it J.D. McKissick?
J.D. McKissick. Yeah, he's not enough to
former
scare
Seahawk.
me.
Former
Not enough
Seahawk.
to scare me away from
No, it's not.
Antonio
It's
Gibson.
not. It's not. It's not. But the one thing that's scaring me is Antonio Gibson's toe.
The toe?
Yes.
So Antonio Gibson's toe is the reason why you have him.
I had him
a little bit lower.
Yes.
Fair enough. But at his peak, this guy is definitely a top 10 fantasy running back.
Okay.
And I expect him to produce as such. And now we're on to number 8. Now we're getting good. This guy
We're getting to the good stuff.
is Aaron Jones of the Green Bay Packers. Last year, 14 games played, 201 attempts, 1,104 yards, 9 touchdowns. But more importantly, he had a new contract this offseason.
That's good. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him.
Does that solidify his spot, or does A.J. Dillon creep in?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I know last year, a lot of people were high on A.J. Dillon, saying that he's the running back too, but
It was Jamal Williams.
yeah, that's the thing. I did have Aaron Jones, I think exactly at 8. So we both agree.
Yeah, this week.
The one thing that does scare me is I know that we've been creeping about this all the time. But Aaron Rodgers is on the Packers as of right now.
Until he's not. So
we
all know Aaron Rodgers
here.
leaving affects every pack
Yes.
in a negative way when it comes to the tight end, the wide receivers, and the running back.
Everybody.
So we know that.
But the
only
being on
person
the
it
team,
doesn't affect is Aaron Rodgers himself.
Yes.
Because his ranking will remain where it is, regardless of where he's at. But Aaron Jones drops, Devontae Adams drops, Robert Tonyan, who I'm already not that high on.
Yeah,
drops.
I'm not either.
Yeah, he drops. So, but until that day happens, Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback for Aaron Jones.
Yes.
And Aaron Jones is the number 8 fantasy running back going
Yes.
into 2021. So now we're on to number 7. I feel like I'm still slighting this guy, man. And this is Nick Chubb.
I think so.
Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns. 12 games played last year, 190 attempts, 1,067 yards, and 12 touchdowns. This guy belongs on the all underappreciated team, man.
I feel like you're sliding him. I feel like you're sliding him.
He's great. He belongs on the all underappreciated team. Well, not underappreciated by you.
I had him top 5 at 5. No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get that. I mean, I get that you're not
argue.
disagreeing.
I'm not gonna argue with it.
But he's just one of those guys. He just puts on his hard hat and he goes to work. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And
I actually cheated out of a touchdown when they were going to win the game.
But he did it himself.
I know that. I know. But cheated himself out of a touchdown.
And he missed
6 points. Crucial.
And the thing, that's crazy is he missed games when Antoine Woods, man, rolled up on him. Hold on. And now Antoine Woods is not on a team. So thank you, Antoine Woods.
There you go.
Thank you.
Got a whole lot.
Thank
name
you.
that you dropped again.
Thank you.
You remember
Nick Chubb, I got your back. Don't even worry about it.
You remember the player
here. Yes.
that injured your man.
Yes, I do. Dallas Cowboy defensive tackle. I'm here, baby. I'm here. But as I'm saying, Nick Chubb's top 5, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You have him at 7.
Number 7.
It's good. It's good.
And now we get really interesting. This has all been good stuff. But now, this one, I have to be as unbiased as I can, people, when I make this list. This is a fantasy football list. It's not my favorite. This guy is my favorite.
Okay.
But this list is not of my favorite list. This is a fantasy football ranking. That's why the number 6 guy, I guess you guys all know where I'm going. It's from my New York Giants, Mr. Saquon Barkley, the number 6 running back going into the 2021 season. Last year, obviously, the torn ACL in the Chicago game, 19 attempts, 34 yards, no touchdowns in 2 games played.
Can you please give me 2 minutes of your time before you say anything?
Go ahead.
I kind of have a lot to say.
Go ahead.
Saquon Barkley, everybody loves Saquon Barkley.
They do.
Everybody loves Saquon Barkley. And you draft him as a rookie, people took him high.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. And he produced.
He did.
His
second year comes out, you take him high again.
Mm-hmm.
There's no disagreeing for me that you take him high in his second year. Comes out, high ankle sprain, he's out for 6-7 games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jones
and then you come back year 3, torn ACL. The torn ACL is not his fault. Yeah. None of the injuries are his fault.
Yeah. They actually happened, so you can't.
Yes.
So they did happen.
But the one thing that I'm going to say is the New York Giants didn't help Saquon Barkley in the offseason. They helped Daniel Jones. Getting wide receivers, drafting wide receivers, getting Kenny Galladay. You're helping Daniel Jones, and you're helping the Giants
Kadarius
franchise.
Toney, getting John Ross, like keep going, man.
Yes,
they did a lot.
Yes, and you're helping Daniel Jones and the Giants try to win games, but you're not helping Saquon Barkley just because you lose offensive linemen. You lose Kevin Zeitler to the Ravens, and you draft Andrew. What's his name? Andrew Thomas last year, and then everybody's saying, I forgot the guy's name. I think his name is Jedrick Wills. Yeah. That everybody thought that he was going to be taken by the Giants. It's like you're not helping
Andrew Thomas
Saquon.
last year this is only off for 1 year. He played the worst out of the 4 tackles that were taken last year, and that's Jedrick Wills. That's Tristan Wirfs from Tampa Bay, and Mekhi Becton of the Jets.
Super Bowl champion, Tristan Wirfs.
Super Bowl, and Mekhi Becton of the New York Jets. Andrew Thomas, if you're doing a power ranking right now, he is 4th out of 4 out of the 1 year played. So, yeah.
And I'm going to leave it at this. You'll take it again. I'm going to repeat it again. The Giants did not help Saquon Barkley. They helped Daniel Jones this offseason. But it's kind of the same way as the Joe Mixon effect. Like, do you help out your running back by adding weapons around him? You know me? Like, I get it. I get it. Just because you're never going to help out your running back. You're always going to help out your quarterback, especially you drafted him high. Yeah. So you're going to help him, but Saquon at 6, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement.
Well, you're in agreement with that because you're not going to agree with number 5, and that is my guy. You feed that man. He has his quarterback, Rain Dakota Prescott, all year. Hopefully. I'm going to say hopefully. I'm not, I don't wish anything upon anybody. And that is Mr. Ezekiel Elliott. Last year in 15 games played, he had 244 attempts, 979 yards, and 6 touchdowns. You already know. You feed that man.
Yeah, I had him.
Feed that man.
I think I had him at 7 or 8.
That's way too low. You feed that man.
Way too low?
You feed that man. I know I said within 3, this man is top 5.
But from all the reports that I'm hearing this year, he's talking about he lost a lot of weight. He's looking faster.
You feed that man.
I'm here with it. Top 5? Top 5?
Feed that man. That's all I got to say about him. You feed that man.
That's it.
You feed that man.
There's nothing more to be said then.
This man is going to be a top fantasy football running back this year.
Nothing more to be said then.
Top 5.
Nothing more to be said then.
As long as Dak is healthy. Let me put it that way.
Keep it that way.
I'm not going to put it with any quarterback, Ben DiNucci's of the world. Nobody running behind Ben DiNucci would have produced or been a top 10 running back. You know what I mean? So as long as you have, again, Rain Dakota Prescott, that's what I'm going to call him on the show, Mr. Dak.
Okay.
You feed Zeke the Rock. Ezekiel Elliott is a top 5 fantasy football running back.
Okay.
And now we're on to number 4. This guy, it's based on his versatility, maybe, because you're going to look at the numbers, and I'm speaking of Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints. Last year, 15 games played, 187 attempts, 932 yards, 16 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising, 16 touchdowns.
Well, how many came on the Christmas Day game?
Oh, was it like 5 or 6? I think it was like 5 or 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, him being at number 4, I'm in agreement. I don't even think we even got to speak on that as much.
Really? You had him there?
Yeah, 4. No.
You normally speak on the quarterback situation and all that. Talk to me.
If Taysom Hill is quarterback, I'm scared because Taysom Hill was vulturing him for about 2 to 3 weeks. He was vulturing him out of touchdowns. If Jameis is there, I'm good. I'm good. If Jameis is starting 4, I'm fine with it.
So Jameis has to start, man.
Please.
This is a belief that Jameis Winston is going to be the starting quarterback. That's what this is on. And all these rankings are subject to change when things happen. New Orleans, Green Bay.
Yes.
Anything happens with Deshaun Watson, anything like that.
I was going to say Denver, but does but if they get a quarterback change, does Melvin Gordon shoot up? Maybe Melvin Gordon stays the same.
He might shoot up.
Maybe he's one of the lone.
I can find a way to move him up 1 or 2 spots. And now on to number 3. Actually, my second favorite running back, a guy who I was a manager of last year, and this is Mr. Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans. Last year, 378 attempts. That's a lot of carries, man. 2,027 yards and 17 touchdowns. Pull up college football numbers.
He definitely did. Yeah. I'm in agreement. Derrick Henry.
Uh-huh.
Listen, you can put him 1, you can put him 2, you can put him 3.
Yeah.
But hopefully, he shouldn't go no lower than 3.
No.
He shouldn't go no lower. you can make an argument that he's the number one
Yes.
running back.
Mhm.
He's the number 2 or the number 3. Derrick Henry puts up video game numbers.
does.
I think he had 200
I want to
rush
say
yard
3,
games.
man.
3 last
I want to
year.
say 3. 3
It
last
was
year.
it was something ridiculous.
It was 3.
And for some reason, I can never hit on one of those guys that's like, man, like I got an MVP Aaron Rodgers, or I got an MVP Patrick Mahomes, or I got a rush leader Derek. I can never hit.
Well, when you open up your draft this year, if you're not in the top 3, you're not.
Oh no, you're
guy,
not.
So that's a fact.
And I'm gonna speak on one thing. Julio Jones being there helps Derrick Henry. That's one of the lone things
Derrick
that helps.
Henry, not that he needed any help, 'cause he was going to be top 3 regardless.
He was.
Of if that trade happened with Julio or not. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, but
now they
Julio,
can't stack the box. But
yeah, but stacking the box, still got
it doesn't
2,027
help.
yards with Corey Davis as the number 2 wide receiver. So this man is that great. And now we're on to number 2 from the Minnesota Viking. Mr. Dalvin Cook, last year in 14 games played, 312 attempts, 1,557 yards, and 16 touchdowns.
Yeah, I had him number 1.
You had him at number 1?
I had him number 1. I don't think,
I got you.
I
got you.
yeah, I don't think.
I'm not going to argue that, man.
You're right.
I'm not going to argue that. Yeah.
He's another one of those guys that he puts up numbers.
Oh, absolutely.
He puts up great numbers.
Himself, yeah.
And he's starting to
14 games played, 1,557
and
yards.
He's starting to become like a dual threat. Like, Kirk Cousins trying to find him in the screen game and in the passing game, and he's. But the one
catch that ball and take it to the house.
The one thing that scares me about Dalvin is he's pretty small, and he has some of these injuries that he'll limp off the field, he'll come off holding a rib, and you're like, oh man, please don't let this be it.
One thing it showed that,
but he always comes
on
back.
The field, because I remember there was a week when he was out, and the number 1 waiver wire pickup, Alexander Madison, and
I do remember
nothing. He did nothing. So number 2. But you have him at number 1,
I have him at
which
1.
is fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's neither here nor there. And now we've reached it. I know everybody can tell, obviously, based on the list, everybody that's listening or watching. My number 1 guy was saddled by injuries a little bit last year. Oh, drum roll. Wow. No, Joe. Pull out the drum roll. I see our production each week. They're leveling up. I see you. Is Christian McCaffrey of the Carolina Panthers. Last year, in only 3 games played, 59 attempts, 225 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I can't.
He's the number 1 guy.
He's number 1, number 2. I have him at 2.
He's the number 1 guy.
You can make a case he's at 1.
He's going to get
the one thing that
1,300 rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards. You can't argue.
The one thing that I feel with some fantasy people, it's like out of sight, out of mind, kind of.
You think so?
No, but it's not going to be dramatic. Like, maybe he goes to 3. Like, maybe you can make a case that it's Dalvin, Derrick Henry, and then maybe Alvin. Maybe.
So you have him maybe at like number 4?
No. I have him at 2, but I can.
You can see him dropping to number 4.
I can see him dropping to 4. Because those were a whole bunch of attempts.
Because his game, in terms of the fantasy, it's more similar to Alvin Kamara. He puts up better numbers than Alvin Kamara if they're both healthy. So I
kind of feel like they got to upgrade with Sam Darnold. You may not see that.
It remains to be seen. I don't know.
Yeah, he's Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, the drum roll, man. Drum roll. I didn't even know that
production,
was
man. Production
stepping up. So again, my number 1 running back for the 2021 fantasy football season is the predictable, Christian McCaffrey. Now we're going to do the side-by-side as usual. All right, we'll start off with Dino's list. You can read that off, Dino. Go ahead.
So I have Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott, Aaron Jones, Jonathan Taylor. Wow, I had Chris Carson in top 10. Okay. Chris Carson at 10. Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, Cam Akers, Miles Sanders.
I see a lot of flaws in that list.
A lot of flaws. Oh, it's my list, man.
In my list, I have Christian McCaffrey number 1, Dalvin Cook number 2, Derrick Henry number 3, Alvin Kamara number 4, Ezekiel Elliott number 5. We agreed on Saquon at 6, Nick Chubb at number 7, Aaron Jones at 8. We agreed on Antonio Gibson at number 9. You didn't have him in your top 15. Cam Akers, we both had. I had him at 10. You had him at 14. Austin Eckler, you didn't have in your top 15. Jonathan Taylor, who I have at 12, you have at 9. David Montgomery, we both have at 13. Najee Harris, who you do not have on your list at all, you said, right?
No, I don't.
And I have this guy top 15 at number 14, while you have Cam Akers there. And Chris Carson, who I have at number 15, you have him at number 10. Again, we'll all, as usual, we'll post it up.
Yeah. You
guys can tell us what you think. And this wraps up our, way too early rankings. Like, there's going to be more to come, obviously, but this is just how we feel as we're filming this right now. It's June.
Yeah.
So it's subject to change. Things are going to happen, Position battles are going to be,
trades maybe.
Trades may happen. We're going to know who's definitely going to be starters. We're going to know who's going to be traded. You know what I mean? So, again, the main guy, Aaron Rodgers, will he end up?
Yeah, hopefully.
Until he's traded, we have to treat our Packers as such, as we keep harping on. Until Deshaun Watson is... Well, we didn't have any Texans on them. I didn't have any Texans.
I had David Johnson at 29.
I don't even think he would be the main guy.
Maybe Philip Lindsay.
Yeah. Not, it's just a messy situation anyway, so let's go to avoid that.
The support, man, we appreciate it.
Again,
we're going to keep saying it. We're going to keep saying it. Yeah. We thank everybody listening. If you're going to retweet,
Not to cut you off, but we have some sponsors to start next week, man. We do. We've dotting the I's, crossing the T's.
Okay.
We got some sponsors, yeah.
We set up.
And maybe not just one. I mean, there's one that I know that's locked in. There's one that I know that's locked in. We're working on another one. We're gonna see how that plays out.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? Like this is a big deal, man. It's a big deal.
We're 9 episodes in. I'm excited.
9 episodes in. So we're just waiting for episode number 10 to unveil our first sponsor. We made it, man. We made it. Again, thanks for this, and we're going to send out a tweet on what our next episode is about. Yes. I think you guys can, kind of tell what it's going to be about. But us saying the word tweet, you know what I mean? You can infer what the episode is about, and say what you got to say, man. Take it home.
Say it one more time. The support, the love, everybody. Sit, man.
Appreciate you, man.
And we're unedited.
Unedited. That's us. And we'll see you next week.